Welcome back to Aikido Fit Life. I'm Kevin, I'm your host. I have with me today James, who's going to help me demonstrate Iriminage. Iriminage means an entering throw. Irimi is enter, nage is always throw. So we're going to start from just a basic hand grab and build it from there. So from a same side hand grab, my feet are on the line here. This is the line of attack. I'm going to point out as I step. My hand moves with my foot. One, my other foot moves out at an angle so that I'm facing behind him as my hand comes up. So it is a, when he grabs, it is a 1, 2. And this is my first step. From the other side, it is 1, and when my back foot moves, my hand comes up. 2, so that I'm at the angle to walk behind him with my next step. So 1, 2. 1 with my hand and foot, 2. Follow on through. 1, 2, 3. What does that work for? So when he grabs, my first out here, I'm drawing him down. I am not leaning over with this hand, I am pushing it out along this balanced plane that is in my center. I'm pushing it out, and as I slide past him, it is important that I do not bring my hand back to me. If I'm trying to push him down and I bring my hand back to me, it lets him stand up. So then if I go through, he can just walk around. So, he's going to grab, and I draw him out. It's important that this stays on this plane so that I'm pushing his hand behind him where he doesn't have any balance. My second hand comes up here. As I step through, both hands are driving in front of me. So as I step, both hands are driving in front of me. It's very important because if I let this up, he can turn around. He can just step out of the way. I don't want to let him do that. I want to take him down. So when he grabs, 1, 2, my up hand is here. So my up hand is not just pushing down on him. If I just were to put my hand here and push on him, I'm putting the weight into his back leg. And I can push here and hang on him all day long without letting him go anywhere. I'm just hanging. But if I push up, I am lifting him off of his center. I'm lifting him up at an angle. So this hand is coming down, and this hand is coming up. He can't get any taller, so it'll tip him over. And as I step through with that, his body comes forward with me and tips over. Once I tip him over, I can guide him down. I can add force to it. So it looks a lot like that, but what really makes the mechanics work well is that I'm coming up until he tips over right there, and then I'm guiding him down. So you can see what my legs are doing. When he grabs, I am stepping out at an angle so that my next step is behind him. I'm not parallel to him. So as he steps and he grabs, I am 1, 2, and then I'm stepping behind and bringing him down. So I'm not tripping him. Like I'm not sweeping his leg. I'm not doing that. I am tipping his balance with his hips from his center. As I come back here, I am placing myself in the way of his hip from stepping back, but I'm not sweeping him so that he can't really stay up because of my position. It's difficult. So he comes in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's address how to deal with a strike, like just a straight in punch, come this way. So with my wheel, he's going to punch in with this side, and I'm 1, 2, and this is already over here. So instead of 2 being up here and this being down, my feet are in the right place. I'm going to go from there. So as he's coming, and I'm already here, right? So punching real slow. As I'm stepping, 1, my hand and foot move together. 2, this comes off so that I'm at this angle, and 2 is up, essentially. When I take that third step, it lifts him up. What's happening with my other hand, we're going 1, and then as my back foot moves, 2, which gets over here, my other hand is ready to come around again, so it goes to his hip so that he can't back up. So as this hand comes up, this hand keeps him from moving forward. Or moving backwards, I'm sorry. Keeps him from moving backwards. Yep. So he's punching me. 1, 2. This hand comes to his hip. If I don't have this, and I just try to go through with nothing on this, he can just back out. There's nothing keeping him from moving backwards. So this hand cuts across. So he's punching, and this hand comes here and takes him down. So from a low punch to the gut, like he's coming in to punch me low, so I'm going to do pretty much the same thing, but instead of bringing it up, I'm going to cut it down and already be in front. So my hand motion is kind of going to be 2 wheels at the same time as I step. So he's punching, and 1 comes down, and this is here. Then I can drive this out, like we mentioned before. So instead of him grabbing my hand, he's punching me low, and I just have his hand, and I'm up here to drive him back. So he's coming in. Another variation of Iriminage that I like to use sometimes when people are taller than me. James is a little bit taller than me. As he punches in, I drop it up, but instead of trying to get over the arm, which may sometimes be too high in the moment, I go under the arm. So as he's punching, I come under his arm. So you see it at this angle. So as he's punching in, I come under the arm. So I have his whole body. So I'm coming up under his arm. So I still have this on his hip. So when I step through, he's down. So once again, you're punching in. Let's do a step. Let's say he's not going to step back. Like so far what we've done is he's taken this same side over here and stepped all the way in with it, right? So it's a big exaggerated movement, and that's how we learn in a basic format. But if he's going to just jab me with his hand, for example, I can still do the same thing, it's just quick, right? I still step. There's no difference in my mechanics. There's no difference in my mechanics. As he jabs, I still get out of the way. I just move as quickly as he's moving, but it's the same mechanics for me. So as he's jabbing, I have his body. So it doesn't matter if he takes a big exaggerated step in Or if he, yeah, either one. If he takes a big exaggerated step in and I move, or if he's jabbing with the front hand, my movements are the same place. So whether I go over and I'm here, or whether I go under and I'm here, doesn't matter if he's jabbing or not. Right? So when he grabs, I'm stepping up at the angle so that when I come back through, I'm crossing the line of attack. With a punch, he's coming in, 1, 2, and I'm crossing the line of attack. Let's do that one again. 1, 2, and I'm crossing the line of attack. With a jab, as he's jabbing, right? So I can bring this out here, cross the line of attack.